Hello, welcome to my day out at Kenilworth Castle in Warwickshire, where Robert Dudley set up a party for Elizabeth I that lasted 19 days. Find out what he spent £25,000 on later in the video. You do have to pay for parking at the machines, but if you're an English Heritage member, parking is free, but there's a little bit of a walk. This is where they did jousting, called a tilt yard, back in the 16th century. It involved men on horseback with big lances charging towards each other to see who would knock the other person off the horse. This is Mortimer's Tower. If you like these videos, be sure to subscribe to get regular updates on all of my videos. This is the outer court with Leicester's building on the left that was built for Elizabeth I and her closest servants, and on the right is the keep, the heart of the castle's defences. There's Leicester's gatehouse, we'll see that later, and the stables, which is now the cafe. More on that later too. There are tours you can join that are free. You can join at any point. Let's listen in to what they have to say about the Great Hall.
In what would have been the basement of the Great Hall. Remember, the main action is taking place at first floor level. You can see you would have come in through that doorway there, and you would be dining up above our heads. We can see the remains of two fireplaces either side here. We think there were six altogether, I guess from descriptions of the time. Three more possibly along that wall down there, which is where the more important people sat, further away from the serving area. So John of Gaunt himself, or if the king was come to dine, they would be down that. And then you've got lower in rank the nearer we got to the kitchens. So you would have been served, so the servers would have come through the little door up there. They would come up from those kitchens, up and through that doorway to serve you. But down here we're down in the basement. Had the widest roof in medieval England, comparable only to Westminster Abbey. Stained glass in the windows, which surprised me actually, but I didn't think it would be available. It was, but very, very expensive, but not a problem for John of Gaunt, who, as we know, was very well off. So well off that we can see this quite ornate carved columns here, at a cost in today's money of £25,000 each, and the only people that are going to see them are servants. So why bother, really, is my question. But there we go. He just wanted it to look nice, even though it was only his servants that were going to see it. It's just been left plain. There we go. It was the only part of the castle that when Robert Dudley took it on as custodian, it was the only bit that he didn't do anything to. As we know, he added bits to the keep and made the pitch gallery in there and built Leicester's. But the Great Hall he left. So 200 years later, it must have still been looking pretty magnificent. Okay. Agincourt, yes, Agincourt. So the bench over there reminds us of or commemorates Agincourt in 1415. So Henry V. Henry V came often to Kenilworth, and really loved it here. He had a plaisance or pleasure palace built at the far end of the lake, accessible only by boat. And he would be rowed across there to get away from the hustle and bustle of the court, just have music played to him or read and or whatever kings did when they're not, running the court. But the story goes that this is a time of the lull in the 100 Years' War between England and France. And the story is that he was dining here one night when an envoy came from the King of France bearing gifts of soft pillows and tennis balls, which is very nice, but it was actually a huge insult and very offensive, because the tennis balls were implying that he was just a young kid. So here are some balls to play with. The soft pillows, a slur on his masculinity. Now, you're not much of a man, so here are some soft pillows for your pretty face.
Let's see about some food. There's a drinks menu on the right. Let's see what they've got. There's a small museum section on the right with boards and models to look at. But we want the cafe. This can get busy, so you may have to wait for space to eat at busy times. Here's the menu, and this is the children's menu. Outdoor seating is available on nice weather days. Let's go explore Leicester's Gatehouse. On the left in this room, you can see there is a ramp for accessibility and a lift if you can't manage the stairs up to the exhibition. In the southern room now. Today, they've got two beautiful costumes. I don't know if you can see them here, because unfortunately, the sunlight glare was sort of disturbing the view of them, and you couldn't really get a good look. The costumes are of Elizabeth I and Robert Dudley. Look at that fireplace, isn't it beautiful? Leicester's initials are carved in there. Upstairs there is costumes to put on, but they're aimed at children as the sizes are quite small. This is Elizabeth I's garden. Only her and her closest friends were allowed in here. The English Heritage recreated this garden in 2009. This keep has lots of stairs to get up, so sensible footwear is a must if you're climbing these towers. This building has been added on to or changed by many people, including King John and the Victorians. And of course, the gift shop. Thanks for watching!